Hey, what's up, you guys? Barry Barbell here to help you build a strength and nutrition habits for a life well lived. And today, I'm going to walk you through a little sun salutation that I like to do. I normally do this as a cool down after my workouts so that I stay mobile. It's a great way to stretch and, cool down, really just unwind after a lot of stress in the workout. So I normally like to start by just grounding myself, right? I take a few deep breaths, making sure that I feel my feet on the earth. Right. From there, I put my hands in the air and I push my hips forward and I let my shoulders fall back. So I open up my chest so that my chest is facing the sun. Right. Take about 3 to 5 breaths and then I bend forward and touch my toes, keeping the legs as straight as possible. Right. Again, we're holding each of these poses for 3 to 5 breaths. Right. So it should be like maybe 5 to 10 seconds. Right. From there, we walk our hands forward and our feet back into the high plank position. And from this high plank position, you're going to bring one leg forward, sink into the stretch, let your hips come down towards the floor. And then you're going to open your hips and your shoulders by rotating the arm that's closest to your leg into the air. Right? Hold that position for 3 to 5 breaths and then you switch legs. Right? So you have this right foot in front next to your right hand, sink into the stretch, and then rotate. Right, this is a great stretch for your hip flexors and your groin, and also, I think that's it. Hip flexors and groin. From there, we're gonna do the scare cat and the cow. Right, this is a great exercise for improving your core strength and mobility. So the key here is to arch your back as high as possible on the scare cat and to draw your belly button in. So you inhale as you round your back and then you exhale as you sag your back, right? That's the cow. The cow has a saggy back. So I do this normally for 3 to 5 breaths. All right. Inhale, draw your belly button in as high as possible, as close to your spine as possible. And then exhale, you let your stomach sag. You're trying to push your belly button down to the floor. From there, we drop all the way down to the floor and go into our upward dog pose, right? So you have your legs fully extended behind you, your hips are pressed into the floor, and you push your shoulders up and you open up in the chest, trying to get as much exposure to the sun as possible. Take 3 to 5 deep breaths, breathe into your belly. You should feel the stretch in your abdomen and your hip flexors. From there, we go back down into the floor and move into frog pose. All right, so for the frog pose, you're trying to bring the soles of your feet together and you bring them into your body, right? So you have your soles of your feet together and you try to bring them as close to your butt as possible, the heels of your feet as close to your butt as possible, right? And your knees are apart, right? And you try to keep your hips into the ground. This is a very challenging stretch for a lot of people. So do the best that you can. If you can't bring your feet all the way together, bring them as close as you can, and also keep your hips as close to the ground as possible. From there, we're going to move into downward dog, right? So you go into your high plank and then shoot your hips into the air, keeping your legs as straight as possible. You also want to keep your back as straight as possible. Hold this position for another 3 to 5 breaths, and then you slowly stand up. Roll your back up one vertebrae at a time. Take a deep breath. So that's it. Sun salutation. I hope you guys try this in your next workout. Have a great day. Barry Barbell. Peace.